Look, we are breaking down the draft. We're getting ready with all the NFL news and taking a little bit of a break from that to look ahead to 2016 with Jamie Dukes. Let's talk statistical leaders.
Okay.
Passing, rushing, receiving. Who are your picks this year, starting off quarterbacks? Who's going to lead the
Well,
league?
I'm going to go out on a limb
2016?
here. I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to go with Drew Brees.
So that's a pretty short limb. I mean, that's not like a
twig, something like that. Maybe
You're not
just like
walking that far out there.
Yeah, like stuff. I mean, this guy, think about it. Last year, how many almost 5,000-yard seasons has he had? And it's a new day. There's no question about it with the rules, the way the rules work. But here you're talking about a guy who knows how to spray the ball around. And that guy right there, I believe Cooks is going to have a monster year, just coming into his own. He's a talented wide receiver. A guy, the reason I like him is because he caught 120-something balls a year when he was in college. And that's what you need. And so they've got a lot of weapons to work with. Drew knows what he's doing with the ball most of the time before he gets rid of the ball.
Look, I kind of want to give you a hard time because I expected you to walk out further on a limb and go with somebody else. Right. I almost wonder, though, with New Orleans, as bad as their defense was this past year, we saw those shootouts. That New York Giants game stands out for sure. Mm-hmm. If that defense continues to play poorly, it's an asset to helping Drew Brees reach your target.
Well, but the thing is, I don't think it matters with him. Think about it. When they've been good, the year they won the Super Bowl and in subsequent years, this guy, he's getting his.
He's going to sling it. There's no question about that. He may have to sling it more if that defense doesn't improve. All right. We go from the quarterback to the running back. Who's your leading rusher in 2016?
Once again, I'm probably thinking hard about it. I'm going to go out on a limb again.
Hey, man, don't be too bold.
Adrian Peterson. I mean, he may. This guy, as long as Adrian Peterson's in the league, you can't put anybody in front of him when you say, who do you think's going to get more yards?
Here's the thing. You look at the age, you look at the number of touches, and you keep thinking, all right, it's inevitable. The drop-off's inevitable.
Sure.
But the question's going to be, is it this year? Is it in 3 years? Just because we have seen him be so productive so consistently. The going out on a limb is actually predicting that he will drop off.
Well, but here's the thing, though. I think with certain people, they're freaks of nature. And I think clearly Adrian Peterson has demonstrated, think about this. You come off of reconstructive knee surgery and you only rush for 2,000 yards. You have your career year coming off of reconstructive knee surgery. So when you look at that, and not to mention the fact that one of the key acquisitions that nobody's going to talk about, and I said this when Denver brought in Sanders, I said, that guy right there is the best pound-for-pound signing that they had. Here's another pound-for-pound signing that's a lot of pounds. It's Andre Smith, the big tackle from the Cincinnati Bengals. He comes over, whether he's playing right tackle, they're going to find a place for him. And the guy that lines up in front of him is going the other way.
Does it maybe hurt his case, though, if Teddy Bridgewater continues to develop, if the passing game becomes a bigger weapon for the Minnesota Vikings and they are able to throw the football more? You think in a Norv Turner offense, it's still going to be a guy like Adrian Peterson?
Did Troy Aikman ever usurp Emmitt Smith's production? Did Michael Irvin ever usurp Emmitt Smith's production? Not in Norv's offense. Now, you can be more proficient at what they do. Mm-hmm. They can be more deadly, and that's the next level for me with Teddy Bridgewater that he's got to go to, is they got to start throwing more touchdowns. He's got to take a few more chances. I like the fact that he protects the ball.
Sets us up for the third category, receivers. Who is your leading pass catcher in 2016?
Well, this was a tough. I started to go with Calvin.
See, I'm not. No, when you say it's tough, I feel like fool me once, fool me twice kind of stuff here.
Okay, I'll fool you the third time. Yeah. I'm going on another limb and say Antonio Brown. Okay, all right. But the thing about this young man, and he and Ben just have this thing working. He may catch 160 balls this year. If Ben stays healthy the entire season, I could see 2,000 and 160 because that's his guy. And what's so telling to me about, just to show you, sometimes we can get caught up in the speeds and combines. You saw the example they gave at the combine this year. They put the top 3 receivers out there running, and he was a good 5 yards behind him.
It is amazing when we get so obsessed over a tenth of a second in the 40.
Yes.
I mean, you try to pound out a tenth on a stopwatch. It's hard to
right.
And we're talking over 40 yards, and you look at guys like him and guys like Jerry Rice, most productive receiver in NFL history, and you look at their numbers and you think, maybe there's more to it.
And well, the key is because they're great route runners. That's why he is the best route runner. And what I mean by that, a lot of guys get, what about Julio Jones? There's a difference between being great football players, as Calvin is or was, the artist formerly known as Calvin Johnson, and Julio Jones and some of these other big receivers, but they don't run the full route tree. Antonio Brown runs the full route tree.
And it's that tree that develops, that grows when Ben improvises and gets out of the pocket that makes him so dangerous. All right, look, let's be honest. Jamie didn't walk that far out on the limbs. Maybe you are willing
disappointed? Is that?
No, I mean, I think it's just safe. It's safe. But maybe you can be bold. Hit us up on Twitter at NFL Now. He's at Jamie Dukes. Make your voice heard. Hey, watch us, by the way, next Thursday. It's the NFL Draft. We have been counting down to April 28th, Thursday night, 8 o'clock Eastern. Catch us on NFL Now, NFL.com, and NFL Network. Every single pick and all the analysis from start to finish.